to what I hope will be a nice, cute, easy, fun stream. so, um, so recently I had a huge giant brain idea and I smacked my headset. Oh my goodness. Yes, I had this huge gargantuan million IQ brain idea to make like little charm bracelets that are like the Uma characters that you could collect, do like a little like blind bag sort of thing where you get like a bracelet that comes with like however many charms and you could like collect you can collect, you could try to collect your favorites. You could try to catch them all like a Pokemon. What are you doing? Sorry, my cat is in here and he's been having some issues lately. But yeah, um, I was I was going to like play some games today, but I lately because of my job and everything. Actually, let me switch. That is the one that I use. Yeah. So like hello, welcome. So so like I really haven't been able to do like much of any drawing lately. It's because I've been, so busy at work and everything. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just like combine two of the things that I do into one? And so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, my cat he's like kind of gonna be coming in and out. I think maybe he he had to go to the vet today, so he's not very happy about that. And cause he's been throwing up like a lot lately. He very frequently does throw up, which that's like all cats throw up sometimes. That's kind of like one of the main things that they do. But uh-oh, why is it not? Oh, sorry, my bad. So he's just been throwing up a lot more lately, and we didn't really know why, so we decided to take him to the vet. I don't think he hasn't. To my knowledge, he hasn't been eating any more than he regularly eats. Like he gets a little bit of wet food and in the morning and in the afternoon, and then he also they always have like a big dish of dry food that both of the cats can eat from whenever they want. But um, yeah, it just lately, like I want to say like the past 3 days, he's just been like throwing up like pretty much every time he eats anything. So I tried to take him to the vet. The vet said they didn't really know what was going on with him. So they're gonna do like blood work and we'll see. Hopefully everything's fine with him. He just has some stomach issue or something and it'll work out. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I really hope so too. I'm really not ready to say goodbye to another cat. Especially one that I love as much as I love him. So I really I really hope that he's gonna be okay. Yeah. Yeah, pray for Mama B. She said that she might be getting a little bit sick. So pray that she is not getting sick, especially because we're gonna be having friends over this weekend. So Like we're because Papa B's birthday is coming up, so we're gonna have a little birthday party for him, and then I'm getting together with a bunch of my like high school friends, and so we really don't want anybody to be catching any sickness, and of course we also don't want Mama B to get sick ever. I gotta get the ears just right. The ears are the most important part. So far, so good. She's looking a little Karen-y. I don't know if I like that. Exactly. I don't know where I would be. I would not exist without Mama B. That's for certain. Well, Papa B, he's really into Warhammer. So he and some of his friends are gonna be playing Warhammer, and those of us who do not play Warhammer will just hang out, and then we'll have cake. Yay! And we'll all sing happy birthday. Alright, this part's a tiny bit tricky. She's starting to look a little too much like Kita Sunblock. Though unfortunately, I have to work during the parties, so hopefully I don't miss too much. Cause that's happened before. That's happened before where like we'll be like planning a big party, and but then I have to work on that day, and so by the time I get home the party's over. It's happened to me before. It's really sad. Everybody like everyone's over and they're having a good time when I get there, and then they're like, "Oh, hi, BBB. We were just leaving." I'm like, "Oh, oh, well, okay. It was nice seeing you, I guess." It was nice seeing you for all of 2 seconds. But I mean, I guess I get it. I'm the worst person who works there, so I guess they give me all the like holiday shifts and whatnot to punish me. Fair enough, I suppose. Okay. And there we go. That's the hair done. I just gotta give her her little bow. I don't know. Apparently I'm not the best person there, so I don't know why they put me on all the holiday shifts. I don't know. I'm just lucky, I guess. Ugh, man, and I've been up to my stinger today, trying to do like trying to work out a schedule for being in Japan, because they've now that it's gotten to the point where they're like announcing all the special events that are going to be happening in March and February. So I'm trying to plan accordingly. So there's besides the Hololive Expo, which I still haven't gotten tickets for the concert. My last hope is to get them during the what's it called, open the general admission sales. That's my final chance to get tickets. If I don't, it's not totally the end of the world. I mean, like, it would be really cool to go to the V's knees. Ugh, you get me with that one. It would be really cool to like see the concert in person because I watch them like every year, or like every year that I've had money, I have watched the concerts. Um, but so it would be really cool to be able to see it in real life in person, or at least as in person as you can. But you know what I mean. But like it wouldn't be like the worst. Like it wouldn't ruin my trip, if I couldn't get to go, cuz like, we're still going to go to the expo itself. So, that'll be fun. Yeah. But they also just today they announced a special exhibition for Garia Memories, because the final episode of this whole season that they're in is on Friday. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and I want to go. I want to go to this exhibition so bad. I don't really know like what all they're going to be showing. I'm assuming it's going to be like a lot of the artwork and like the CGs that they have for it. I'm assuming. That's why I want to go. That, and I also want to get some of the merch from it. I think they have like cookie tins, which is very interesting. They have like chocolate cookies. I don't know. I don't know. I want something. I especially they have like these like acrylic like standee or they're not like standees. I think on the website they call them like acrylic blocks. But they have really cool artwork for them, so I would love to get one of those. I want to get some more stuff of my boy Sana. I love him. He's Gyaruo, and he's just like me for real. And he's also based on the best Sanrio character, Usahana. I freaking love her. But and unfortunately, I hate I hate that Japan, they make their tickets go on sale at like normal hours for them but ungodly hours for me, cuz it's the ticket sales start at uh at 6 p.m. Japan time, but that's like 4 a.m. my time. So I'm like, dang it, I don't want to wake up at 4 a.m. I don't like this. I don't like how this is looking. But I will do it because I really want to go to this event. I think they all have really cool character designs. Yeah, I'm not an early bee. I don't like waking up early. I will wake up early. Cuz like even though I'm not a morning person, I like to get all my errands and stuff done early so that I don't have to do it later. Like if I when I do like dentist appointments or doctor appointments, I try to set them up like early, but not like ridiculously early. Like I'm really banking on the fact that it's not like a super crazy popular series. So hopefully there will be knock on wood. Hopefully there will be less scalpers trying to get tickets. I really really hope not, cuz like number 1, it's an art exhibition. At least I'm pretty sure that's all it is. It's just like an art exhibition. And number 2, again, it's not super popular of a series. I think the highest view count is like for one of the music videos. It's got like it has like 1 million views, which sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. However, compared to like other music projects, it's not like crazy, you know. Like it's still a very new project, so it hasn't like completely found its place yet, I don't think. It's not it has its own anime levels of popularity yet. Yet. It would be cool though. I would love to see an anime for it. I would feel bad for the animators though. The character designs are really good, but I feel like they would be really annoying to have to animate over and over and over again. Ugh. Yeah, compared to other Gajinka like anime boy slash girl versions of Thing, it's not like super crazy popular. Like compared to like Uma Musume or even like Twisted Wonderland. Like it's the people who are in those spaces know of it, but they're not it like I said, it just hasn't really found its place just yet. Yeah. Yeah, I was just at the right place at the right time for his stream. It wasn't like planned at all. I just happened to be online and he was like, "Hey, you want to join my stream?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure." I was like, I got nothing else going on. And yeah, also speaking of Uma Musume, there's an Uma Musume collab cafe that's going to be happening while I'm in Japan. So it'll be cool. It'd be cool to go to that. I was checking out the food items that they had. I thought that it was very funny that Oguri Cap's dish was like 2 steaks. I was like, she would have 2 steaks. But I kind of want to try one of the parfaits. Like they have a carrot parfait, which, contrary to what you might think, is not 100% just carrots. It says it has carrot puree, which I'm kind of curious, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how good that would taste. And then there was also there's one that's based on the parfait that you can have like in the game that you give to your horsies to make them feel better. I don't know. Isn't like all puree stuff can be considered baby food, really? Just pretend to be a baby horsey. Nay. Yeah, I've been considering, I've been tinkering in my brain. Griffin told me that he's never seen Diary of a Wimpy Kid, so might have to do another duo movie night. Force him to watch Diary of a Wimpy Kid. No, I have not seen Cheeto Puff baby food. It sounds like something I would never want to feed to an infant. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I thought that like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series was like a very factual interpretation of middle school. It's actually worse, but you know, it. But to be truthful, it's real life middle school is both better and also worse. Like I would say, like the overall, at least for me, I don't know. Maybe some people just have really crappy schools, but for me, middle school, like the experience, like the school itself, like the teachers and like the behavior from other students, like it was okay. It's just for me, and I don't know, it might just be like from the people that I hung out with. There was just a lot of drama. Now, I never really got into drama. I never like got into fights with people. If I did like hurt someone's feelings, I would say sorry because I'm a normal human being. I'm not a sociopath. Unlike the protagonists of a certain book series slash movie series, you know. The biggest scandal in my high school? I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I feel like my high school experience was pretty unproblematic. I guess COVID. I think that was probably the biggest scandal. Was we had to go through COVID. And we didn't have like we didn't have like a prom or a homecoming or any of that or gaming club, which I missed. I missed gaming club so bad. I still follow one of my teachers that like he like co-ran the gaming club on Instagram, and like I see it sometimes he like posts about the fun stuff that they did at gaming club, and I feel robbed. Like, man, they took the kids to go see the Mario movie. Lucky. I didn't even really want to see the Mario movie, but I would have loved to do it as like a field trip with the gaming club. Absolutely. I miss the gaming club. We might have been cringe nerds, but we were cringe nerds together. Eat. There we go. I also never got to go to this theme park. There used to be like a There used to be like for the seniors, they would like take all the seniors out on a field trip to the theme park for the day. My senior class didn't get to do that because it was COVID. So yeah, we felt super robbed because like every year we would hear like call attention to all seniors. We are now boarding the bus to go to the theme park. We were like, oh man, I can't wait to be a senior so we can go to this theme park at the end of the year. Never got to go. And also my French class, we were supposed to go on this trip to Europe, which I was really looking forward to. I think I talked about it before, but we were supposed to go to like we were gonna go to Scotland, Great Britain, and France. And so like I was so pumped. I was so excited. And then COVID happened, and they said like, well, we're still going to try to make this happen, but it just didn't work out. So we got refunded, but at least on the plus side to our our trip to Europe getting canceled, we did use the money that we got refunded to go to Japan. So, it's not all bad. If given the opportunity, would I still want to go to Europe and go to the places that we were supposed to go when I was in school? Absolutely. But listen, I fully admit I am a weeb. I would never say no to a trip to Japan, obviously, because I'm going in like 2 months. I think less than 2 months now, actually. But yeah, so if I ever got the chance to go again, I would. But I think Japan is also cool. I just think that the world is a very neat place. Okay, and now the shoesies. Let's go. I hope I still remember how to do this like shading style that I used to do. It's been a long time since I've made one of these chibis. Not every Uma has it. It's because the real life horse has a sock. That's what they call. So like when a horse has like say like all like three of its legs are black and then it has like one leg that's like a little bit white. That's what they call a sock. So like real life special week had a sock. So that's why they like change the colors. They have that for Teo too, where like I believe she has like one black glove and then one white glove, and I think Silent Suzuka also has different colored shoes. I believe I could be wrong though, but yeah, it's because their real life horses have that sock. It's just another cool little touch. That's what I like about it. I like that, you know, they have the little hair stripes that the horses have, and they give them different shoe and glove colors. I just think that's such a nice little addition. And I screwed that up. Let's fix that. Fix that up a little bit. Yeah, this base that I made, it is old. I think I made it in like I want to say 2023, maybe. I can't remember. But it's still cute. It still holds up, I think. All right. Now the big challenge for this is like how I should go about doing the tail. It's like I don't want it to look weird. That looks horse-like. I don't think that looks too weird. Yeah. What looks weird is her ears. Like the human ears that come with the base. But you know what? We're just gonna erase them anyway, so. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to boop. And I'm gonna save this, and then we'll open it up in Clip Studio. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta open Clip Studio up. Do 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 do. So I add the picture of the base, and I add the picture of her for color, because these ones I just like color drop it. Okay, boop. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, and I didn't even have to turn the footage off, but I am gonna move this auto action over because we don't need auto action for this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, now for the fun part, resizing the image onto the base and trying to make sure that it aligns properly. Ugh. It's so hard to get it, like, just perfect. And also, I am out of practice. Okay, I think, yeah, that looks pretty lined up to me. Alright. Right, and then yeah, I made life super easy for myself. All the different like eye shapes, I just have a duplicate layer. And then let me that'll be our base. Our base, the base of the base. Okay, and then all about that base. No trouble. No, let me rename it. Horse. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna group all these horses. I'll figure something out. Sorry, I was moving my mic out of the way for a second. Whew, alright. Let me this is the right, yeah. 8 points seems about right. Alright. So now we go on to the fun part of inking and then doing the colors. I love doing the colors for these. So first, what I always do is I just draw over the new lines for these. And I keep the thick lines because I don't really care. Usually I try to do like the classic like thick outlines on the outside and then thinner lines on the inside and like for all the details. But this is gonna be like a little mini keychain. I want to have the details be like as visible as possible, you know? Eh. And I'm gonna have a drink of my lemonade. People should drink lemonade more often. Lemonade is such an underrated drink, I think. Like, when's the last time you went to like a bar or a restaurant and were like, I'll have a lemonade, please? I know Papa B does that all the time. He always orders lemonade. He gets it. I don't usually order lemonade, but I do really like good lemonade. But I have a specific reason. It's because usually when I go to restaurants, their lemonade is too good. It's too freaking good. Like, once I start drinking it, I cannot stop. Like, we went to this one restaurant one time, and I ordered a lemonade, and like, I took one sip of it, and I couldn't stop freaking drinking it. Our waitress, she had to, she gave me like 5 refills. I just couldn't stop drinking it, and then like our food got there, and I was like, I'm like so full of lemonade right now. I couldn't even believe it. It was just so good. It was such good lemonade. I've never had lemonade that good. I don't know what they put in it. It was just so freaking good. Like, this lemonade, I got like Wendy's lemonade. It's decent. I remember the first time I got like the Wendy's lemonade. Right now it was fine when I first started drinking it, but like now the ice is kind of melted, so it tastes like kind of watery. But anyways, like my first time, the first time I had a Wendy's lemonade, like when they got the new lemonade in, I was like, oh my god, this stuff goes so crazy. And don't even get me started on strawberry lemonade. Sometimes, okay, to be honest, sometimes strawberry lemonade is not the best. When they don't cut up the strawberries enough, and it like, you'll be like drinking it, and then all of a sudden you're like you're sucking the straw, and like it'll just stop. Cause you like you sucked up a strawberry that's like too big, and now it's stuck in there, and you have to like stop and like like shake the strawberry off, and then you can continue drinking it. It's crazy. I once had it was like a blueberry and sage lemonade, I think. It was pretty interesting. I do like the blueberry. Blueberry and lemonade, that is a combination. That is a winning combination, let me tell you. Hello, welcome. Usually if I just like have if I just want lemonade, I just have like we just get like a jug of the oh, what's it called? Like the Simply lemonade. It's fine. They don't usually give you water when you order lemonade. At least not in my experience. I also remember my grandpa. He used to make like the Kool-Aid lemonade all the time. And he would let me help him like mix it in the water, especially when it was pink lemonade. There's no flavor difference with pink lemonade. It's just like they just make it pink. But I was a little girl and I loved pink and I loved lemonade. I love lemonade. I love lemonade. So, that was like the best possible thing for me. I would tell my grandpa, I'd be like, please, you gotta get the pink lemonade. And he would, because he knew that I loved to help him make it. I miss Grandpa B. Mm-mm. Though honestly, it's probably for the best because now I'm like addicted to collecting anime figures, and I would feel so bad having Grandpa be. He would probably like get me like all sorts of crazy like anime figures, and I'd have to like explain all the different things to him, and it's probably for the best. It's probably for the best he doesn't have to deal with my strange addictions these days. But I would have loved to have my grandparents see me learn how to drive, even though I really suck at it. Because Grandma B especially, because Grandma B never learned. She never really learned how to drive. Mama B told me that like her first time learning how to drive or something, she crashed the car and she swore to never drive again, and she never did. So Mama B would always have to, or Auntie B. Sometimes Auntie B would take her like grocery shopping and stuff. And sometimes I would go too. Sometimes. And like we would go to Cracker Barrel a lot. Grandma B always liked going to Cracker Barrel. I don't know why. Their food's not that good. I would just get pancakes because we would go like we would go for like brunch. So I would just get pancakes. And I could never finish the pancakes cuz Cracker Barrel, I don't know if any of you have ever ordered pancakes at Cracker Barrel. But they're like so big. At least they were. Maybe they're not anymore. I haven't ordered pancakes at Cracker Barrel in a long time, but um, like when I was a kid, man, they were huge. They were huge for me. Oh yeah, I gotta draw her eyebrows. I can't remember. You know what? Just do it in the hair. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. No, I don't think so. Grandpa B wasn't really. He wasn't really much of a singer. At least not that I know of. I know that he ironically he liked the classic rock, but he did not like, and this is from Mama B's stories. He did not like classical music, which is ironic because, like, usually, like, you think of like old people as like only liking, like classical type music, but no, not Grandpa B. Like I said, he liked like classic rock music. I remember, when I was growing up, he would always just have like the modern radio on, playing all the hits. Have, like, like all the popular songs from like the 2000s and 2010s playing on the radio, like whenever they would pick me up and like take care of me for the day. And I also know that Grandpa B, he was very like particular about his lawn. 'Cause he told Mama B when she was little and her siblings that they weren't allowed to have like a swing set or anything in the backyard, and they weren't allowed to have a pool. And Mama B, she always told me that like she was so like jealous of me because like she would always be told that, but then when I was when I was little, I wanted a swing set and I wanted a pool in the backyard, and they got both of those for me. But I was their only grandchild, so that's unfortunately that's what happens. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was literally a baby. No, I never got a trampoline. I had friends who had a trampoline, and it was pretty fun. But like, I remember, I think one of my cousins or something had a trampoline, and I was really little, and I wanted to play on it, and then like I can't remember if this kid was like a relative of mine or if they were just like friends of a relative of mine's kids. I don't know the relation, but this one kid, he was a pretty like heavy kid. Like, I'm not like fat shaming him. I'm just saying, like, to me, I was like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6. So like little 5 or 6 year old BBB, this kid is like really really big to me. And he jumped on the trampoline, and I wasn't ready, and I fell and I hurt my arm. So I was like, I never want to go on one of these again. So yeah, I never asked for a trampoline or anything. Plus, I don't know where they would have put a trampoline if they did get one, because like, they had one of those like big, those like big, like overground pools, whatever they're called. I'm not really sure. Like, it wasn't like they didn't get me like a kiddie pool. They got like a pool. It was like one of those big, like, blow up type ones that you get at, like, Walmart or something. Yeah, the above ground pool. Yeah, it's like it's a like one that's like in the ground. You know, it's like I don't know what they're called. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, it was a big pool. So like, if they got me a trampoline, I don't know where it would go. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird because like when I was even younger, I used to like hate going like underwater and like I hated getting the like I hated getting water in my eyes. I still do. So like when I go like swimming like legit swimming, I wear goggles. Cuz I cannot stand the sting. I can't stand the sting from the chlorine after a while. Like I could if I really wanted to, I can just like suck it up and swim, let the chlorine get in my eyes. But I really prefer not to. But then one day, I don't know what happened. I just like all of a sudden I went underwater one time and um and yeah, it was just I was just fine. Yeah, I would like goggles so much more if they didn't make you look like a goober. Like it's either you have to pick between either letting your eyes get really stingy or looking like a goober the whole time. And personally, I would choose looking like a goober. I don't care like if other people think I look weird. I'm not there for them. I'm there to swim and have fun. I got an itch. Bleh. I remember one time I went to the pool with one of my friends in like we were both in middle school and yeah, horror middle school story. And so me and my friend, we were at this like public pool, and we wanted to go like swim in the lap pool, but there were all these like honestly, I don't really think they were that much older than us, but there were like other like these like really I don't know how to describe them. Annoying standard type teenage boy, like stock middle school, high school age boys that were standing like they were all standing in a group on the walkway to get up the to the lap pools. Oh my gosh. We both of us we did not want to like interact with them, so we tried to just like we tried to just walk quickly and like one of them was like when we walked by they were like someone said like something insulting to my friend because like she was like alternative and anything that's not like standard and boring to boring basic teenagers is like worthy of being ridiculed. It's like, God forbid somebody be an individual. Anyways, one of them like touched my hair. They were like, "Oh, what is this?" Like my hair was just like it was just wet cuz we were swimming because we were at the pool. You know, that's kind of what you do when you're at the pool is you go swimming, and yeah, your hair gets wet. Like, I don't know, what are you expecting? I just didn't like that they touched my hair. That was gross. Don't touch people. Don't touch people. If you're a kid, I expect all my audience who are adults to know this, but if you're a kid, do not touch people without their permission. Even if you think that they are cringe and ugly and weird looking, do not touch people without their consent. Any part of them doesn't matter. Even if it's a part of them that does not have nerve endings, don't touch them. It's weird. It's weird and it's not nice. Don't do it. Like, yeah, I've seen so many videos on like TikToks where like alternate people will just be like walking around the mall, doing absolutely nothing but minding their own business, and like weirdo like basic dressed teens will like follow them around and like bark at them. It's like at that point you're being weirder than they are. Like, at what point are you trying to prove? Like, you're trying to like sit there and like call this alternatively dressed person weird and cringe by like being even weirder and arguably cringier. Like, what what is that supposed to do? Like, what is the outcome that you are expecting of this? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get why teens do that. Thankfully, I have not experienced anything like that. I don't think I really dress like all that alternatively. Like, the worst I do is sometimes I'll like cosplay in public. But usually I do that on days that teens are not in the mall. But you know, I don't know. Like, I think the worst that I got was like when I cosplayed as one of the Project Sekai Mikus when me and my friends went to see the Project Sekai movie, and I had to walk over to the food court in the mall because that's where I was meeting up with one of my friends. And like I got like a couple of like weird stares from like the teenagers in the mall, but like, one of them like when I passed this group, they were like, "This is what I'm talking about," and I was like, "Huh?" Like, I'm not doing anything weird. I literally just walked by. Like, I'm going to a movie. Like, that's I feel like, and these are like the same kinds of kids that would not have said anything if they saw somebody like dressed as Spider-Man going to Avengers Endgame. So like, I don't know. I don't know. Plus, how would they even know that I was cosplaying? A lot of the people that were going to see the Project Second movie didn't even know I was cosplaying. Because a lot of people going to see the Project Sekai movie did not play Project Sekai. There were some people that did though, and they complimented me, and I complimented them back. So yeah, exactly, exactly. Sometimes people just dress up to go see movies because it's fun. Or like when people would like dress up to see like FNAF. They're probably the same kinds of kids that thought that like the whole chicken jockey meme where people just like throwing garbage all over was like the funniest freaking thing ever. I bet you. I bet you. Listen, on a scale, if I had to pick between like seeing somebody going to the movies in cosplay and seeing somebody going to the movies and throwing a live chicken, I would take the cosplayer. I would take the cosplayer 10 out of 10 times. Because the cosplayer at least, like, respects the workers. They just want to dress up, and there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, no, well, that's one of the reasons why I did not go to the Minecraft movie. My friend asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, I'm sorry, I would love to hang out with you, but I absolutely refuse to see the Minecraft movie. I will never ever watch it. That's one of the movies, that and the Emoji Movie. Those are the two movies I will never ever ever, as long as I live, ever watch. You would have to strap me down and like stitch my eyelid, like hold my eyelids open like Clockwork Orange to get me to watch those movies. It's not happening. No, sir. I am not watching those movies. Not even for a Scooby snack. No, I refuse. I did not want to see the Minecraft movie because I did not want to give them money. I know that my attempts to not fund such a movie were completely futile because it made like $1 billion in the box office. But dang it, I am a bee of my word. I have learned not to give your money to bad movies because that just incentivizes studios to make more bad movies. Cuz money talks louder than intentions. And if you are giving this is a PSA to everybody. Hate watchers are still watchers. That's a rule that I live by. So like whenever like a really bad show or movie comes out, I do not watch it. Because my eyeballs on that screen for any given period of time are like my clicks to that movie or TV show, that to the studios equals money. And that means reward. I do not want to reward studios for making bad quality content. You know? Mm-mm. So like fun PSA, what you do when you want to go see a bad movie, you buy a ticket to see a good movie, and then you just go to the different theater. That's the right thing to do. Okay? If you really really want to hate watch something, or you really want to hate watch a movie that's in theaters, it doesn't really work on TV shows. I guess it. Hey, what are you doing? Hold on, sorry. Oh, that's you. Haha. Sorry, I thought that was a cat scratching the door. Sorry, I heard Mama V was getting some ice and I thought that it was a cat. Anyways, I guess what you would do for like a TV show is you just pirate it. Yeah, it's just just I had to learn the hard way because unfortunately I did pay for me and my friend to go see 2019 Cats, but you know what? That movie flopped anyway, so I guess it wasn't like that too bad. Mm-mm-mm. I'm endorsing it. It's the right thing to do. I'm telling you. Do not if you really really badly have to watch a slot movie, pay for a good movie that deserves the money more than the slot movie. Especially those like Disney live action remake movies that are always like a million trillion times worse than the original. Do not give them your money for that. It is not worth it, especially when you have like a greater quality version right at your fingertips. Disney movies are not that hard to get your hands on. She looks cute. So I'm just admiring. Admiring our little horsey. Now, I have not seen most of the live action Disney movies, and I don't think I ever will. I say honestly, the Disney live action movies in particular, like their reason for existence just leaves like a really bad taste in my mouth. Like I feel like a lot of the times, especially when you watch like interviews and whatnot for them, a lot of the times it's like the actors and all that just like being like, you know, oh, well, this movie, oh, I totally did screw that up. Dang it. Well, wouldn't be the first time. Anyways, so they the actors are always like, they talk about the original movie like it's so like whatever, like it's not like a real movie. I don't understand why, like I don't understand why people view animated films like they're not real movies. Like how are like animated movies less of movies than like the Minecraft movie? I don't explain that to me cuz it does not make sense. That is true. That is true. They can't come up with any ideas for the original animation or original live action movies. Let's be honest. They are bankrupt in both of those. Mm-mm-mm. Like I'm sure by now we've all seen those like clips from the Oscars from a few years ago with like the live action princesses, like talking about the classic Disney movies, and like they're talking about the like the category, the best animated category, like it's all just like kids movies. Meanwhile, one of the movies that was nominated is about a man that's fleeing from a war-torn country. Like, oh yeah, yeah, I love showing my kids movies about war and imprisonment and whatnot. That's my favorite thing ever. Okay, let's see. Where? What all did I screw up on? Oh, like pretty much everything. Everything from the waist down. Awesome. Love that for me. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I've had this happen before. This is not the first time that I have made this mistake, and it probably won't be the last time either, so. A whole chicken dinner! Holy moly! That reminds me of that Bob's Burgers episode where they're like trying to figure out the best way to sneak a burger into the movie. Okay. Here's what we do. We get out our handy dandy lasso tool. We just select all of the clothes. And then we just shift them to the other layer, and it's like it never even happened. You just have to be really careful on the parts that connect. Yeah, that's definitely, you know, that's definitely like where the root of this issue is. It's just because of Disney, you know. Because before Disney, I'm sure probably many of you know this, but before Disney, you know, animation was like reserved just for like adults. Like they were very like, you know, risque, because they were originally like animated shorts and whatnot were made to like entertain soldiers, you know, during the war times. And then like, and then also the Hays Code happened. And so that like completely screwed over a lot of filmmakers, not just like animated filmmakers, but just like any and all filmmakers really. Especially like for like gay people, like forget about it. And even still, you could argue, even to this day, people get really upset. Even though they really shouldn't. It's like, especially in Disney, because let me tell you guys, let me tell you the truth. Disney does not really care about LGBT or anything, or anything that's progressive. They don't actually care. They just want to seem like they care, because that's what's in right now. That's what makes money, is to pretend that you care about these issues, but they don't. They really don't. That's what I think a lot of people don't understand. Cause like they'll be like introducing our 275th first gay character, and then meanwhile they like cancel. Oh no, Barry's Law. And then meanwhile they cancel the Owl House. Cause the main couple are two girls, you know. Right now, diversity makes money, so once diversity stops making them money, you'll probably see a shift. That's all I'm gonna say. Hello, now my cat is here. Oh, did you miss me? He's probably like, stop talking to yourself. Pay attention to me. Give me food, even though it's just gonna make me throw up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. People always complain about Disney's 755th first gay character, but they never seem to mention how that that first gay character has like 2 seconds of screen time and is edited out of like every single release outside of like North America. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That is a perfect segue into our current stream, Mr. Cat. Oh, you want to bite my pencil? You can't bite my pencil. No. All right. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can for the coloring. However, if my pencil dies, then that's gonna be the end of the stream, I fear. And I just used the eyedropper tool. Kitty! Oh, he's acting all cute so that I'll pay attention to him. He really wants food. But I really don't want him to throw up. And he always does it in my room. Like, there's hardwood right outside my door, but no, he has to throw up in my room. Every time. Well, the problem is that my pencil, it charges like in my iPad, and also it'll only charge at a certain angle, and then I'll have to wait because I cannot draw with my fingers. I'm sorry. I just cannot. I cannot do it. So it's just easier. Plus, I don't want you all to have to hear me rage at my iPad for not charging it, because it's not bent in the exact specific way that it wants to be charged. Whatever. I've tried, like, the problem is that, like, his so it's a really weird sentence, but his vomit is very unpredictable. So, like, I don't know how long I have. It's like a time bomb. Every time he starts like heaving, it's a time bomb. I don't know when he's gonna explode. I just know that it's gonna happen. So like I've tried to the other day I tried to put some like paper towels down in front of him because he was about to throw up. And he backed away from them. Like he doesn't want to throw up on anything except for the carpet. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Just stay where you are. So like usually what I'll have him do is like I try to get him to the door. If he's in my room, I'll try to get him to the door, and then I'll just hold him in place until he's done. Oh, there's a... I missed a spot. Oh no. Oh well. Okay. Right, and then bam. Oh, I forgot her tail. Forgot that needs color too. Yeah, I usually this base I'm used to only doing it with like human characters, so I forget about the tails. Ah, thank you so much for the donation. But I'm not watching the Minecraft movie. Also, it's already on streaming, so I don't have to pay for it. My cat is a little bit clingy. I mean, he's acting very clingy right now. But it's just because he wants food. He only really acts like super clingy with me if he wants something. So like if he wants food, then he'll act like super like lovey-dovey, be like all up on me. But you know, he does. I know I'm not to brag or anything, but I am his favorite person in the house. Cause he comes to me when I call for him. I have like a certain signal that I do, and he always comes to me like every time. He trusts me very much. So, you know, I just wish that, you know, I knew what was wrong with him so that he would stop throwing up. And I hope to God that it's not anything serious. Cause like, you know, I still, to be honest, I still haven't totally gotten over the loss of my other cat. I'm not ready to lose another cat. And the vet told us that he has like he has a growth on his jaw as well. And there's, God forbid, there is a chance that it might be cancerous, but we're gonna hope that it's just a growth and there's nothing bad about it. Because they said that if it's if what he has is a tumor, there's nothing that they can do. Like they can't remove it, I guess. I wasn't there. I had to work, so this is just what I have been told. But we're gonna hope for the best and hope that, you know, we can get something figured out and he'll be okay. Oh my goodness, I totally just selected like everything except for the thing I wanted to select. Okay. Boom. You know what? I am going to go back. So I wanna do the like, I don't know, what do you call this, the like bottom part of the shoe, the like rubber part or whatever. The bottom part of the shoe. We'll just call it that. Dang it, and I missed another spot in her skin. Oh wait, let me do this on the other one. The soul, that's it. That's what it is. Thank you. God dang it. I might be stupid. Okay. Yeah, that part probably could also use filling in. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. And I don't know. I don't know if my family really realizes just how much I love this cat. I love him so much. I know they really don't cuz he throws up all the time. But I I've always really cared about him. And I'll be really sad if something bad does happen to him. But that's not gonna happen. He's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm trying to think positive. Manifest good things. They'll get the results back and they'll say he's gonna be fine. He just needs this thing or something. I'll be fine. We'll get through it one way or another. No matter what happens. Dang it, did I select there? Just do it the easy way. I accidentally selected something I did not mean to select. Oh, and I forgot to color her little neck piece there. Okay. Let's do that really quick. Beep boop, beep boop. I always think that the characters really start to look like themselves once they have color. Like when they don't have color, it's like, yeah, okay, sure, that's special week, I guess. But then once it has like a little bit of color, you're like, oh yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's always gonna be my baby, no matter what. Even if he drives me crazy. Alright, wait. Do a new layer for this. And is her other shoe the same color? It kinda is. Huh. I never really noticed that. I have to say, you learn a lot about a character through color picking their clothes. See what I mean? Now she's really starting to look the part, you know. Sorry, I'm like scanning, trying to make sure. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. These like little pieces. Why is is this song so scary? What the heck? Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, I have to turn it off for a second. Why is this song so scary? Stop playing scary music. Okay, that's better. This isn't scary time. This is sweet, happy, horsey time. Okay. Character ruined by their color palette? I don't know. Probably like Has Been Hotel, just like the whole show. I have to admit, I've never really watched Has Been Hotel, but I do agree with the popular sentiment that the characters just have way too similar of color palettes. The character design itself is one thing, but like, you know, you can have characters that all have like similar body types, but still have them look like, visually interesting and distinct. The problem with it is just that, like, it is definitely, there's too much red going on. Like, I think if they had like the background characters being like mostly red, I think that would be fine. Because they're background characters, like, who cares? And also, I understand that they have like a whole like system set up as like, all the circles of hell, and so all the circles are like different colors. I think that would be a neat concept, that like all the background characters and all the different circles of hell are different colors. I think that sounds interesting. Sure. But like, having your whole main cast not be very like distinctive color wise, I think that really hinders it. Yeah, I've heard a lot about the cursing too, but like, again, I can't comment on that because I've never like actually seen the show. I've seen I watched the pilot when that came out, but I've never seen like the full show. So I can't completely say, I can't say anything about the writing or the dialogue or the character's personality. I can only tell you like visually, like what I see. And like, visually the show does not look bad. I will give it that. It has a distinct style, and you know what? Where do I even put this? I'll put this in the corner here. Get that out of the way. Dare I say, I like the style. I like the art style. Okay? I like the sort of like punk aesthetic that it has going on, you know? I just wish that the art direction had more direction, you know? Because it does kind of just feel like, a lot of it just feels like this is what the character designer thought looks cool. And that's like the beginning and end of the thought that they put into the characters. But again, I haven't like watched the show, so maybe there is a specific reason why X character looks like this random animal. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents as somebody who has never seen an episode. I've heard that the new season is not very good, so I don't have my hopes are not very high. Yeah, no, I do not, I don't really like the look of the TV guy. I've seen good TV head designs. That is not one of them. I feel like that guy. This might sound like a stretch, but I feel like that guy looks way too similar to the red guy, Alistair. I think that's his name. I believe that's his name. It's like that's one of the characters that I see people have complaints about like a lot with. But yeah, I feel like his design and the TV head guy's design, I feel like they are way too similar. Maybe if they were like brothers, I would be like, okay, sure. I don't get why one is a TV head and the other's not. But you know what? Okay, I could see that. But as far as I know, they are not. So I don't know why their designs are so similar looking. Which again, it leads me to like the conclusion that this is just a design trait that the character designer thought looked cool and put no thought into it beyond that. Because there definitely is a lot of characters that have like that that like suit silhouette, you know. And again, like if it's like a uniform or if it's supposed to show that these characters are related in some way, be it like actually like like they're blood related or they're like from the same area or they have the same job, like it's a uniform sort of thing. That makes perfect sense. But they're just to me, it just seems like they're just a lot of wacky characters in fictional hell that they just like to wear suits. No reason. They're not necessarily like businessmen or anything. They just wear fancy suits. Like, okay, all right, I guess. And yeah, I agree also with the sentiment that the like random like oh I don't know the like I just lost my brain. The like pattern type things and just like the random shapes that some of the characters have on them. I don't understand those either. I don't get why they have those. And like they're not I can't even call them patterns because they're not patterns. It's literally they're just like there's just shapes on there. And I don't understand. Why are there shapes? I just realized I forgot I color picked the gold and then I forgot to do the rest of the golds. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Hee hee. Okay. Boom, there we go. And then finally we'll do her little bows. Yeah, I would have done like her little back bow, but you wouldn't see it because it's behind her back. I don't know. They are definitely a distraction. So I'm like, why are they there? Hello, welcome. Like, I'm perfectly fine with character designs that like serve no purpose other than the designer just thought it looked cool. But it's just it doesn't really work when you're trying to tell a story with those characters, you know? Like, it gets to a point where it just like, if you're trying to tell a story, your character design should reflect the character and like what they're about. If you just want to make like a cool character design, just do that. Like, you don't have to tie it into something. You can just make a fun character just to make a fun character. That's why I got into VTubing. It's just because I like to make cool characters, and sometimes I like get great ideas for stories with them, and sometimes I don't know. I just thought it looked cool. Or like you could look at like JoJo. Most of the characters, like especially like I would say like most of the characters like part 5 and beyond, like they have no reason to be like dressing the way that they do, but it makes sense like continuing from the rest of the series, you know. Like, why is the one man dressed like a cheese? I don't know, because all the other characters are dressed equally as crazy. So, and also they're in Italy, and that's just how all Italians dress. It's true. True Italian fact. They really just dress crazy like that. I saw that episode of America's Next Top Model where they take the girls to Milan, and like they literally for one of the challenges they just have them like walk around Milan and like see how crazy elegant all the people there are dressed. I'm like, JoJo was right. People in Italy just dress like that. Now, do people in the mafia dress like that? Probably. Honestly, yeah, they probably do. I would too. There we go. See, now she's really starting to look like Special Week. Okay. I'm realizing I should have saved cuz I have a certain way that I do the blush, and I'm realizing I should have saved an image to reference for the blush. It's okay. It's okay. We're just going to wing it. So, what I like to do for the blush, first I gotta pick a good color. That looks pretty cute, yeah. I like to put blush on the cheeks, blush on the fingies, and then I also do it on the shoulders and the knees, but her shoulders and knees are covered, so I don't have to do it. And then what I do is I put, hold on, it'll show up better on this cheek. I do little hearts for the shines. Make her look extra cute. See, isn't that cute? multiply and I pick a bright pink color. And yeah, and then I just do like very gentle. I think that's a little complicated. Hearts are easy because they show up easier. I feel like if you wanted to do something similar to this, I would say like, you know, hearts, diamonds, circle, oval, just very basic shapes, and also much softer shapes. I probably wouldn't use like a triangle or something because that, it's a Kiki and Boba effect. If you make it look sharp, then people will not be as drawn to it as if it were like soft and smooth. Yeah, I also like to put hearts on the knees too and the shoulders, but again, her knees and shoulders are covered, so you don't have to worry about that. I try not to be very like particular about the shading for the chibis. I don't go like super overboard with the details. A bouquet of carrots. I don't know. If she's a good horsey, then maybe. Mm-mm-mm. Though I do have some plans. I do have some plans for the irises. Sometimes, sometimes for like certain characters, I'll do like special little eye highlights, depending on the character. And I know that there's some Uma Musume characters that have special irises, so trust those will be reflected. Yeah, I try not to do too much with the shading, just enough that you can tell that it's there. And then just lower the opacity. And there you go. That's all I do for the shading for the skin. These chibis, they are very simple. They are simple little chibis. And then the hair. Again, it's very simple. Though she does, it looks like, she has a little bit of like reflective lighting for the back of her hair, so we'll do that. Yeah, make her look a little cuter. If that's even possible. And then the highlight, and I do want to give her a little extra shading in the ear. Just to show, that's the inside of the ear. I'm shade the tops of the ears too. It's because I feel like that would look cute. Maybe we'll, yeah, alright. I think that looks good. Okay. And then the final step. We add little dots. And some big ones. Some big dots, some little dots. Oof, I did not think that through. I forgot that her hair isn't perfectly symmetrical. Sometimes I can get away. Sometimes I can get away with mirroring it, but usually I cannot. It's not every character. No. Not every character has, like, perfectly symmetrical hair. Most characters do not. Oh yes, trust, Rayshower will definitely have some big ol' ears. See, look at that. So cute! Do one more. And then just gotta do similar thing for the little white part of her hair. Make it a nice cream color. And then I think, I don't know, I'll see if I can get away with, because usually if a character has like white or like really light colored hair, I'll do like a shade darker for the highlights. I wonder if it'll look okay. But the color of the other highlights. No, I don't think it does. Also, I want these to be angled down a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. Ah, no! That's not what I meant to do! Thinking... This is heading in the right direction, I think. Yeah, my hair is definitely very symmetrical. I tried to make it a bit easier on myself. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the position. I don't really like the positioning. I'll think about it. I will think about it. Alright. Now for the clothes, actually, I'm gonna do her, the little pattern on her skirt first. Get that out of the way. So it'll hopefully make doing the shading easier. boom, boom, boom. See, now it really looks more like her. That's like one of the key ingredients. That, and we'll do a little bit of this. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now she's really starting to look like a horse daughter. Okay. I'm gonna do multiply. Yeah. Blue's a good color, I think, to pick. So it'll look good on both purple and on the white. But again, also with the clothes, I try not to go super intense on the shading. Mm. Yeah, honestly, I don't like how that looks. So we're gonna just do a little tiny cleanup. Yeah, that looks better. That looks much better. Okay. And then inside here. Ah, do a smaller brush. And the inside in here. And look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. I think it looks beautiful. Oh yeah, I forgot she has this little bit here. Let's go do that. Yeah. Ah, she's so cute. I'll do a little bit. Do a little bit, I think. I don't know. Do I like that? Hmm. Let's go without, actually. I changed my mind. Just shade the socks from up top here. Oh wait, no! That's what I used to do. I've forgotten. For the socks, I remember. I would just shade up like that. Same with the shoes. I just shade it like that. Yeah. Though I think I did too much for the shoes. Okay, that looks a little better. Okie dokie. It's all coming together, I think. Alright, and the purples. This time, we gotta take the white and add the little stripes. So we'll add here. And we'll add here. Make that thicker. Okay. I'm trying to speed draw it because all my stuff is like losing power. I kind of figured out how to work my fan a few days ago, but unfortunately my phone stand is like it covers the back of my phone, so the fan can't really hit like the full back of it. So it does still kind of heat up, like it can't hit like the middle of my phone. So it kind of struggling a little bit with that. And she's also got these like. Actually, I'm gonna do this on a different layer. She's got these little doodads. Hi, welcome. Okay. Yeah, no, me neither. But you know what? We did what we could. That's the best you can ask for. She doesn't have. No, she doesn't. I was gonna say she doesn't have like any like stripes on the little shoulder cuffs, but no. Oh, whoopsie. Oopsie daisy. Ruffles, my worst enemy. Ruffles are a lot easier to draw once you know how to draw them, but that doesn't make them less tedious. That's why I just get brushes that draw them for me. And then I edit them into place, because I'm a cheaty little cheater. I cheat at art, but not in the AI way. In the, like, in the more respectable way. Which reminds me, I did see Cygame's little like announcement about their AI usage, which like their response to the backlash, it really did not impress me. Because they're like, oh well, we would never put AI in our games without telling you. So like when I read that, I was like, so you're still gonna put AI in your games? like they didn't say. People were like saying that was like a good response. No, it wasn't. They did not. They didn't say that they're like going to cancel or like not go through with this project. No, they're still from what it sounds like, they're still going to be going through with it. So like, the problem isn't that like, that they would try to like trick us by putting AI art into their games. The problem is that they're putting AI art into their games at all. That I don't think is okay. It's really disappointing. I mean, you know what? If they start putting AI into their games and people start like dropping playing them because of that, they made their choice. They had the opportunity when they started receiving backlash from their fans to drop it, and they didn't. So you know, we'll see. We'll see how that turns out for them, but I don't have high hopes. It's really disappointing. Oh wait, actually, undelete that. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Okay. Because we're gonna duplicate. And gonna do everything outside of this selection delete. Cool, cool. You know what? I actually think that color looks pretty good on that. Just gonna use this blue color for literally all of the shading. Like it looks good on the shoe. All right. Sure, why not? Yeah, no, I really don't like how mainstream generative AI is becoming. Like, I did not need AI to entertain me before. I don't need it to entertain me now. I will take human slop over AI slop any day of the week. I would rather watch the Minecraft movie than watch or play a game or anything that was made with generative AI. And I forgot to do her tail again! Oh my god, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I forgot the most important part, her cute little tail. Good catch. Good catch from me. Can't forget. Yeah, no, there is no good looking AI. Cause there's always going to be something made by a human that looks way better. Huh, I like that, yeah. It is just bright colors moving. Bright colors moving to distract you from how poorly made it is. Alright, and then gold. So gold, I do a little something special. Since it's shiny, it gets 2 colors. One for the shadow, one for the highlight. There we go. Now she's almost done. Just gonna do a little bit of shading. to her horseshoes. And then her little bows, which I did not color properly apparently. Oopsie daisy. That's a hard choice. I think I would probably paint a portal to Japan so I wouldn't have to go on the 18-hour flight. I'm on the right there, yeah. And then I could also just go to Japan anytime I wanted for free. I could go to so many collab cafes. Alright. I would say the magic brush is better than AI because it's not it's just using Barbie's magic innate like girl boss powers in order to operate. I would probably I don't know. I would probably pick like a specific like maybe like a garden. Paint like a specific garden there, and then, you know, then you got like a nice, quiet, cozy place to start off with. Get yourself adjusted. Okay. She's just about done. However, she needs scleras. That's right. That's right. You gotta have scleras. I don't like. There are some chibis that don't have scleras. I think they look kind of weird, especially if you have a character with like dark skin. Like I once saw these like blue lock newies, and they had the freaky guy with the pink hair, and so he's like a gyaruo type of guy. So he's got like tan skin, and like they didn't give any of the characters scleras, so it looked really weird because like the bright colored eyes on like the like darker like tan skin, it just didn't look right. Like the other characters could get away with it because they had lighter skin that like is closer to white scleras, but no, it just didn't work on him. Also, I just don't like that guy. He's too freaky. Alright, and then the eyes. I'm gonna do I like to color pick. I like to color pick from the actual eyes. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ugh, everything is almost dying. I'm almost there. Make this a little bit smaller. And there we go. there's a cute little special week though. I do really quickly. I wanna. I'm gonna color the line art afterwards. Yeah, they do. They do kind of look a little bit spooky. That's what Tachyon's gonna look like. Cause she really doesn't have any like eye highlights. Cause she's crazy. Yeah, I'll go through and I'll like color all the line art properly. But right now, everything's about to die. So there we go. There's our special little week. Yeah, I think she looks really cute. I'm pretty happy with how she turned out. And I can't wait to draw even more horsies. There's so many to go. But it'll be a work in progress. But yeah, that's gonna be all from me because now I have to go and charge all my stuff. But hey, at least nothing died, so. Hmm. Once again, thank you everybody for watching and joining me with this. And I hope to see you all again very soon. So have a